So it's another week, and that means another week of Premier League predictions. Game week 11 coming up. Before we start, let's have a look at last week's predictions. If you are new around here, please subscribe and leave a like for if you're enjoying the series so far of Premier League predictions. Going to keep it up every week until the season ends. Let's go on with the episode. So as always, welcome back to the channel. Before we start off this week's predictions, we're going to go back to last week's and see how well we've done. So Crystal Palace versus Newcastle, we said a 2-1 away win there. It was actually a 2-0 Newcastle win, so pretty close. Good result, but not the same scoreline. Brighton versus Liverpool, I said a 3-0 Liverpool win. They drew 1-0. Not the best result there. Man City versus Burnley was a 5-0 win. I said a 2-0 win there. But I did say in the prediction video, it could be anything from 4 or 5-0. So I'll take that as a correct scoreline, if I may. Everton, I said, would be a 2-1 win versus Leeds. They end up a 1-0 Leeds win versus Everton. West Brom versus Sheffield United went for a 0-0. It was a 1-0 West Brom win. On to the second half of results from last week. We have got here Southampton and Man U. I said would be a 2-0 Man U win. It was, in fact, a 3-2 Man United win. Correct result, not the same scoreline. 0-0 Chelsea. I said there'd be a 3-1 Spurs win there, so kind of off the point there. And Arsenal, I said, would lose 1-0 to Wolves. And they lost 2-1 to Wolves, so kind of similar there. Leicester versus Fulham, I said 3-1. Fulham somehow beat Leicester 2-1. And West Ham versus Aston Villa, 2-1 West Ham win. They won 2-1. What can I say? I'm a genius. Correct scoreline and result for my own team, West Ham United there. Let's get on to this week's video. So this week's predictions, we start off this week with Burnley versus Everton. I've gone for a 2-0 Everton away win. Obviously lost last weekend. I think they'll try and get some revenge and get some points back on the board. Gone for a 2-0 Everton win. Everton probably are stronger than Burnley on paper. Burnley aren't on the best side this season in the relegation zone. I think they've got 2 games in hand. I'm not entirely sure. But I've still gone for a 2-0 Everton win. I think they've got the players to definitely sweep Burnley aside after their catastrophic 5-0 win last weekend. City versus Fulham. I think it'll be the same state for Fulham as it was for Burnley. I've gone for a 3-0 City win there. I don't think they'll score 5. They're capable of doing it, like I said before. However, I feel like a 3-0 City win will be pretty much not even out of first gear. They'll just hammer Fulham early and just pass the ball around for the next half. Fulham are pretty much down, is what I say every week. And I think they're out the relegation zone now, but I think they'll probably be down there in the season. West Ham versus United. I've obviously Man United, of course. I've gone for a 2-0 home West Ham United win. Of course, this week fans are allowed back into stadiums this weekend. So 2,000 fans will be at London Stadium to see West Ham hammer Man United 2-0. Let's see if I don't regret that come next week. Chelsea versus Leeds. I've gone for a 2-1 Chelsea home win versus Leeds. I just think Chelsea, obviously the Lampard-Bielsa story is quite an interesting one to follow. But I think Chelsea got the better team than Leeds, obviously. I feel like Chelsea will get a nice win there at home. 2-1 versus Leeds. I feel like Chelsea haven't won for ages, but they have. I don't know why, but I've gone for a 2-1 Chelsea win. West Brom versus Crystal Palace. A boring 0-0 last and match their day theme this is going for. I can't see anything else. I think a 0-0 Palace is going to be last and match of the day for sure. Sheffield United versus Leicester. I've gone for an away Leicester win. Obviously, Leicester lost last weekend, looking to bring their form back and get a win there. I've gone for a 2-0 away win. I think Jamie Vardy, if he is fit, I think he is fit, versus Sheffield United's defence, will be able to tear them apart. Gone for a 2-0 Leicester away win there. Sheffield United are joining Fulham on they're pretty much down adventure as it stands. Spurs versus Arsenal, North London derby, the biggest game of this weekend by a mile. We have gone for a 2-0 home Spurs win. Arsenal look poor. They look like they don't have a clue what's going on. They're basically a posh Burnley or a rich Burnley is what people are saying them. I said this last week as well. Gone for a 2-0 Spurs win. Spurs are dangerous. I think Spurs could be title contenders or dark horses. Just realised there's a nice little Vax behind me. I apologise for that. Nice little bad job there. But I think 2-0 Spurs win. I think they're just a better side and they'll get the 3 points at the end of the day. Liverpool versus Wolves. I've gone for a 1-0 Liverpool-Wolves draw. Not sure why I felt they're going to draw. Don't know why I feel this way. Obviously, Liverpool drew versus Brighton last week. They are struggling with injuries all over the shop. In the Champions League, their third place goalkeeper played instead of Adrian and Alisson. Alisson is a precaution. I'm not sure if they'll play him versus Wolves. I assume they will. But I've gone for a 1-0 draw, sorry. Liverpool versus Wolves, 1-0. Brighton versus Southampton. Technically the final game of the season as Newcastle versus Villa is suspended due to coronavirus. Brighton versus Southampton. I've gone for a second from last match of the day theme here. 1-0 Southampton, scrappy win. I think Brighton will lose at home. Southampton look quite good. They are getting up and up the table every week as it goes. Gone for a 1-0 Southampton win. Another James Ward-Prowse set piece. And that is pretty much it for the week's predictions, guys. Let me know in the comments below what your predictions are for this week. You guys' interactions have been very, very good so far. So let me know what your predictions are below. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video. And why not subscribe if you're new around here? We're almost at 1,000 subscribers. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. And I'll catch you all next week for some more Premier League predictions.